At number 10, Cats and Hobbes Tiger Modifications. Some of us when we were kids would have dreamt of becoming a rock, a dog, a unicorn, a princess, or whatnot. But growing up, we would realize that some dreams are just fruits of our very active imagination. But not for Cats and Hobbes. As a toddler, she had dreams where she saw herself covered in tiger stripes. Instead of being worried, she was fascinated by the idea that she could be a human tiger. So, when she was old enough to get a tattoo without getting into trouble, which was at the age of 18, she started making her dreams into a reality. Today, at the age of 47, it has been reported that 90% of Hobbes' body is covered in stripes. Hobbes worked with 227 tattoo artists, 23 of them worked together at one time to complete her feline tatting. To complete a tiger-like ensemble, she had plastic whiskers pierced through her facial skin. These days, she's one of the performers of the 999 Eyes Freak Show and works as a tattoo artist in Austin. At number 9, Jedlica's Ken doll modifications. Others find getting a tattoo painful yet euphoric. But for some people like Jedlica, getting plastic surgeries to modify his face and body to look like the Ken doll is euphoric. Jedlica became famous when he participated in a documentary about people obsessed with getting plastic surgery to look like someone else. Plus, he spent more than $100,000 on body sculpting procedure. According to Jedlica, other than his body sculpting procedures, he also had undergone a cranial brow bone shape, 5 rhinoplasties, and augmentation cyst buttocks, cheeks, lips, and chin. When asked about why he decided to look like the Ken doll, he just replied by saying as kids, Barbie and Ken were the epitome of beautiful and handsome. So he chose to look like Ken because there is no one as good looking as Ken. According to the real-life Ken doll, ever since he gained knowledge about plastic surgery, he had been excited to get one not just because he could afford and has the nerve to get to surgery, but plastic surgery was an extension to his creativity. At number 8, the Enigma's puzzle modifications. Born as Paul Lawrence in Long Beach, California, the Enigma is a performer, musician, and actor who has undergone extensive body modification. If you would see his picture in earlier parts of 1992, it would be quite difficult to recognize him today. He started having tattoos on December 20th, 1992. His tattoo artist was Katzin, the Tiger Lady, who was one of the most famous tattoo artists at that time. Tiger Lady was also covered with tattoos. After some sessions, Lawrence and the Tiger Lady decided to get married. But after a few years, a very artistic union ended in divorce. To date, Lawrence had worked with more than 200 tattoo artists on him. There was even a time when there were 23 tattoo artists who worked on him. Enigma's extensive body mods include ear reshaping. Looking closely at his ears, it's cut like a jigsaw puzzle. He also has multiple body piercing, horn implants, and a full body jigsaw puzzle tattoo. Today, the Enigma still performs on shows and doesn't have any plans to stop. He also goes to tour, so if you want to see him, you can check him out on his next tour. At number 7, Valeria Lukyanova Human Barbie Modifications. Yes, if Ken made it to this list, for sure the human Barbie would surely make it too. Everyone, meet Valeria Valeryevna Lukyanova, also known as the Human Barbie. Born in Ukraine on August 23, 1985, Lukyanova works as a model and an entertainer who became famous due to her resemblance to the Barbie doll. To pull off the look, Lukyanova had breast implants and has to use contact lenses to hide her green, gray, bluish eyes, of course, to look like Barbie. Although Lukyanova insists that she hasn't had any surgeries and stands on the fact that the rest of her look is just because of exercise and diet, others though are still debating that she could have had her ribs removed to resemble an achievable waist size. But did you know that the real-life Ken doll and real-life Barbie doll have met in person? And guess what? They do not like the looks of each other. So much for epitome of beauty and handsomeness, huh? Maybe that's the reason why Barbie decided to marry Dmitry Skrabov in March 2013. At number 6, Lucky Diamond Rich's layered tattoos. Everybody, meet Lucky Diamond Rich, the holder of Guinness World Records most tattooed men in the world. Born as Gregory Paul McLaren in New Zealand, he grew up doing extraordinary things but never expected to land on a record-breaking future. McLaren loves to perform. At the age of 16, he joined the circus. As he grew older, his repertoire expanded and included unicycling and sword swallowing, chainsaw juggling, and a brand new name, Lucky Diamond Rich. According to him, he came up with the name because his friends call him a rough diamond. He is also rich in spirit and in some way lucky. Other than his death-defying talents, McLaren stands out because of his heavily tattooed skin. Over the years, he tends to cover a layer of a tattoo with another layer of tattoos. Other than tattoos, he also modified his ears, his gums, and teeth. He says that 200% of his body is covered with one tattoo and a very big one. Well, you might let out a shriek if you meet him at night, but he is undeniably amazing. At number 5, Maria Jose Cristernas Modifications. Maria Jose Cristerna was born in 1976 in Guadalajara, Mexico. She is professionally known as the Vampire Woman, but she always prefers to be called the Jaguar Woman. She is also a tattoo artist, an activist, a businesswoman, and a lawyer. She became very famous because of her extensive body mods, which according to her is a form of activism against domestic violence. With 96% of her body covered, she is also the bearer of Guinness World Records most tattooed woman in the world. To date, she is one of the most famous personalities in the world of tattoo art. On her forehead, chest, and arms are her collection of transdermal implants, plus some piercings too. She also had split tongue surgery, ear expansions, scarification, and eye tattoos. Ripley's, believe it or not, has even erected a wax statue of the Jaguar Woman in its museums. At number 4, Eric Spragues Lizard Modifications. Some of us might be fascinated with lizards. Well, I mean, why not? They are amazing creatures that vary in shapes and sizes. But sometimes, some people really bring their likeness of something to the extreme, especially when they turn to be something they like. Meet Eric Sprague, also known as the Lizard Man. Sprague was born in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and of course, he didn't grow up with scales. The Lizard Man is an American sideshow and freak show performer and is best known for his extreme body modification, which includes full body tattoo of green scales, sharpened teeth, bifurcated tongue, green inked lips, and subdermal implants. But did you know that before he became the Lizard Man, Sprague holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Hartwick College in Oneonta, New York? He also was a PhD candidate at the University of Albany. At number 3, Rodrigo Fernandos tattooed eyeballs. Sometimes to some people, getting their body tattooed all over seems to never suffice. So, they look for something else, like dyeing their corneas black. Rodrigo Fernando dos Santos is a 39-year-old Brazilian who is also a tattoo artist himself, known as Mosquito, who wanted to do something else after having 70% of his body covered in tattoos. What he did was he turned the white areas in his eye into dark pools. The tattoo artist he worked with used a special syringe-like needle that injects the ink into his eyeball, and guess what? The effect of it is permanent. Fernando paid $500 to get the procedure done, and he wept ink for days. To date, Fernando's eyes are black, and he had several other modifications too. The most prominent is the nose ring he wears, and so as his ears. At number 2, Elaine Davidsons piercings. Elaine Davidson, according to the Guinness World Records, is the most pierced woman, and nobody has been breaking her record except her. When Davidson was examined by Guinness in May 2000, she had a total of 462 piercings, with 192 of which are found in her face alone. The following year, 2001, in the month of August, Guinness re-examined her and there were a total of 720 piercings found. The Guardian reported that after 4 years from her initial piercing examinations, she has now 3,950 body piercings, 500 of which are found both in her internal and external genitalia. Her internal piercings weigh to about 3 kilograms. 4 years after, in 2009, her piercings have been reported to total to 6,005. On June 8, 2011, she married Douglas Watson, and at the time of her wedding, Her piercings have totaled to 6,925. We just couldn't imagine how could she carry all the weight and how could she live daily with all those piercings. Well, we would like to think that her being a nurse, she can think of ways to live comfortably despite all the things she has all over her body. In 2012, the couple had separated. Have her piercings increased again to the point that her husband can't take it anymore? Well, who knows? At number 1, Joel Migler's flesh tunnels. Unlike the other people on this list, the one on the top list didn't cover himself with tattoos or dyed his eyeballs, have implants, and many more. It seems like he hasn't done any special. But wait, there's always more. Joel Migler is the Guinness World Records holder of the most flesh tunnels in the face. The German-born 22-year-old Migler has flesh holes fitted with expanders all over his face. Some are even in his nose and lips. His largest face tunnels are in his left cheeks and measure 34 millimeters for now, as he plans to increase them by 40 millimeters. He even had his tongue cut in half to add to the trick. If we may add, all of the tunnels in his face can be inserted with something on the other end and can be pulled out on the other end. When he doesn't want to freak everyone out, he covers his tunnels with plugs on regular days. So, do you agree on our list today? Do you know other people who had extreme body mods that should have made our list? Would you like to see another video about extreme body modifications? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.